Good to see. There was a survivor on the ship, Bertrand Sesnick, a gnome. He says he knows a lot about alchemy. Be sure to welcome him to the keep. I'm ready to be sent out again any time. I've been searching the island for the last... Do you see one you'd like me to salvage? I hope this isn't one of those ships full of books. I'll see you tomorrow. Be wary.
Found it. I knew you would. Now listen to me. Hear my confession. What I did was wrong. I have found peace with my fate. They will execute me when the time is right, and I will not protest. But I want you to remember that I was more than my misjudgments. I was a good son, a good sailor. I was only human. Now that I've fulfilled my mission, what else is there? Gallows End raised me, and the island will see me to sleep. Once, a long time ago, I wanted to live. But the moment I swore to avenge my mother, I surrendered what little hope I had left. But is that right? After everything I've done, the plotting, the lies, the murder, do I deserve another second chance? Yes. It is what Mother would want. She couldn't bear to see my plummet from the cliffs for something I did in her name. No! You must get the key to this cage. Amalur carries it. He strolls along the beach every night after dark. He walks alone. Let's do it.
David's not my best customer. Actually, you're pretty much my only customer. Oh, good you found them. As promised, the shield I was telling you about. Take care, my liege.
The translation is ready for you. I don't think the author's advice is very good, but I guess anyone can write a book. Let me know when you have another one for me. I will need a day to translate this. Check back tomorrow. Take care.
I'd like to get some chickens for the keep. However, I need you to get some feed for them. Just a little bit of meat. For one thing, it'll improve everyone's mood. For another, it never hurts to have more food about. Oh, good. You have the food on you. Thanks. The chickens will be here in no time. Take care.
The trade mission was a success. Here are the goods I managed to procure and an update on our relations. With whom should we engage in diplomacy? The Varani are a loose collection of traders. Beyond commerce, Fort Oghorn would just as well have nothing to do with the rest of the world. What kind of diplomatic mission would you like me to conduct with them? How big a trade would you like me to make? Excellent. This should improve relations between us. I'll be back tomorrow. The pleasure was mine.
Thank you. Hurry! People's lives depend on you. There is no greater responsibility. Hurry now.
Deep in grey dusk fastings, the King heard her wail. A grievous cry of triumph, born of such wicked rapture that his heart burst with wrathful fires. Onward he crept, until in scornful conflict, man met beast with blood-tooth gnashing. Down the beast fell, her crimson robe swirling, Solsvard awash in her ruin, as the bright tide rose to meet them. Lo, we sing of Ulfson's son, Drogbane, Beast Slayer, mighty lord of Gravehall, and storm-sent king on high.
Help us. threat to Gallows End has been defeated. I wish I could say it was the first such attack. But perhaps a new season has begun. One where we must fend for ourselves and not fall back on the promises of a faceless god. I don't know who you are, stranger, but your presence here has shaken us. We will survive, but it will take time. Time is what I need. Time and faith. Not in Akara, but in myself. There was never a god here on Gallows End. But that doesn't mean good things were not done in his name. One day I will understand what that really means. I will not discuss it. When I reflect on all the blessings I received on this island, she was the greatest of them all. I did not need Akara to have a daughter. Farewell.
How can I help you today? What? How can I help you today? Take care, my liege.
The trade mission was a success. Here are the goods I managed to procure and an update on our relations. With whom should we engage in diplomacy? Very well. Let me know when you'd like me to reach out to somebody. Ember Deep is a Divergus city on the Obsidian Isle. Fort Oghorn is a Varani trading post. Renlock is a Losulfar town in the bitter cold of ice. With whom should we engage in diplomacy? The Losulfar are a mysterious and magical people. Renlock is an outpost in the cold ice-brine coast. What kind of diplomatic mission would you like me to conduct with them? How much do you want to give? This should improve relations between us. I'll let you know how it went when I'm back tomorrow. The pleasure was mine.
Mine's more of a challenge than a request. I challenge you to get to the bottom of the tidal pools. Because that cave has some of the longest jumps I've ever seen. I just want to know what's at the bottom. Wow, I'm impressed. Maybe I'll give some of those jumps a shot after all. Trees at the bottom, you say? Wouldn't have guessed that. Be careful.
I'd like to challenge you to a fight in the arena. What do you say? Because you and I, we're warriors. And warriors test their mettle against one another. Great. Let's get started now then, shall we? Well, I guess you bested me. Good match, my liege. Very impressive and well appointed. The finest I've ever seen. And I've seen my share of well-armed keeps. See ya.
To see you. Some monsters chased me away from that shipwreck before I could escape with the loot. It's all bagged up. You just need to retrieve it. You'll have to retrieve the loot I gathered from the wreck. Some beast surprised me and I had to flee. Be wary.
Justice will be done.
Kara are what this island needs. The denizens of Grave Hall know this, and we in the village are coming to realize it as well. Power is difficult to ignore. Farewell.
You've returned. I'm glad. I've come to know so few people. Ones I still remember after a day's passing, that is. I discovered no new maps. However, I did finally recall how I came to be on this lonely rock, whether I wished to or not. Dead Kell attacked our ship. There were too few escape craft, and so Oath Theswin, my mentor, a man who had been like a father to me, pushed me over the edge. That's when I struck my head when I forgot. The last thing I remember is watching the galley sail away. All hands on deck, but me. He attacked our ship, caused such a panic that my companions deserted me. I have to live with that for the rest of my life.
The boy became a murderer.
How can I ever thank you? Time and again you've been our savior, almost as if you were sent. I am a daughter of Lyria, but even she has been silent to my many pleas. It is comforting to know that people can make a difference too, that not everything rests in the hands of gods and madmen. Bless you. Farewell.
Bridget.
Hi there.
I've been wondering when you'd return. Everything all right? That I can do.
damn Red Legion.
Great Mitharu, you found the ordination tome. I'd give a sack of gold to see the look on Father Dinwell's face. He will no longer be able to deny my entrance to the Order. Mitharu does embrace all. Thank you. I won't need any gold as a servant of Mitharu. Take what I have. It's yours. I will remember you in my prayers.
At last, we're together again. I never let myself dream that such a day would come. But here I am, basking in its sunlight.
Farewell.
Who goes there? Stand forth. You there. You! What do you think you're doing here? State your business or leave. I imagine it's a fine enough village, if you don't mind some going on about Lyria, and you're not a refugee. I'm paid to guard this cove, and that's what I do. No one enters, no one leaves. None but the good priestess, or old white Nil. Not much I can tell you about the good priestess. For one, I'm not sure she can't hear us, even now. Her power covers this town, and she coddles it like a newborn child. Smothers it, sometimes, if you ask me. It's what we've got for a prison here. Common cells off that way. They don't get much use. Hardly none at all. Then there's, well, there's what lies beyond this door, which is neither for you nor I to go poking about in. You? Go in there? Huh. No, 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 not allowed. Not on your life. Yes, yes, that would be quite a shame, wouldn't it? Why don't you go on through, and not mention this to, anyone?
You are not Nil the White, nor the priestess. Have you come to laugh, or to beg me for oracles? She saps the power from my limbs and uses it for her own. She is as the cypress, standing tall in a calm, yet bending in the slightest breeze. They brought me here to know the future, wanting riches, wanting luck. When I could give them none of those things, they spat and called me Tuatha and left. It was he and the priestess who put me here. He returns from time to time to sputter and gloat with his scarred thoughts. Nothing at all. I sit in reverie. I cannot stretch beyond the confines of this circle. Because the priestess and Nil the White put me here, and I cannot leave. It is a prison of powerful magic, the magic of the children of dust, magic that is strange to me. Yes, more than anything. But as you see, I cannot. There is the gate, which Nil the White can unlock with his key. And there is the circle, my true prison, which can be broken by words only the priestess herself knows.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud fall beneath her displeasure. Go in peace, be guided and blessed by Lyria, my children.
First, the Pyrrhal tree. Then the shapes of trees and heads and hawks, made by the white caps of the waves before they crashed. Then 1,000 other wonders in my lands have faded, failed, and fallen still. All I know and love is slipping from my grasp.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud fall beneath her displeasure. Go in peace, be guided and blessed by Lyria, my children.
Will I watch the last of life flow from my land? Will I stand still as stone while the essence of its beauty drains away? No. Like Issa girding armor against own, I, Mihari, will wrestle with the sinking sun, if that is what it takes to keep my land. I have rolled up the song within these lands, raked the life from the bones of the earth. I've left it shivering and stripped bare. I hold its dying magic in my arms.
I saw you speaking with the vagrants on Beggar's Bluff. What lies have they told you? Why have you come this way? You must not. Lyria has cast them out. The very fact that they must debase our blessed valley with fey sorcery proves it. Instead, you should bring the wand to me. Priestess Lorella will destroy it, and that will be an end to that. They will be forced to go. We are truly blessed that she is here to lead us. I'm fortunate she holds me in her closest confidence. I will not deny the Nareens lived here once. I even played with Arak as a girl, but they have no place here anymore. Lyria did not shield them from the Tuatha. It was against her will that they remain. Galafor has been sanctified and blessed by Lyria. Those who weathered her wrath unscathed are blessed as well. Those heights across the Vale went by another name before the war. Now, because of the filthy refugees who wander in from the western plains, we call it Beggar's Bluff. Only to see those vagrants leave our land peacefully, nothing more. Fear not, you will be rewarded with gold as well as Lyria's grace.
Hello! You've been to the Hollow? Did you find the Paling Wand? That Arella, she was what you'd call quite a bit adventurous before the war came and she took up the priestess mantle. Why, I remember her, weaselly and cruel behind folks' backs, always trailed in Arella's skirt tails, whatever she did. 1,000 blessings on your head. Look, Arik, the Paling Wand, just as your grandfather spoke of it. You've given us hope when we needed it most. We have little to offer but these herbs. Take them, and bless you. I, for one, will take great joy in wishing her sour face a blessed day every time we meet. The Paling Wand will let us make a farm of this abandoned waste. Not without sweat and toil, mind you, but make it all the same. For now.
Why, hello. I am Viscount Setter the Allseer. Are you from the Hall of Appointments? Order? I care nothing for order. It is the others who insist on such foolishness and frippery. However, if you are the one who determines such things, may I ask that you place me behind the warlord Wenery? I enjoy watching her backside travel. It would be best if Garnet trails far behind Great Huntress Hartman. Once at each other's throats, those two are difficult to tear apart. Always a pleasure. I am at your service, fleshy master. Haven't we spoken? I don't recall. This old... Always a pleasure.
Yes, Dustin.
Oline will not tell you of this. She disapproves of pride. She does embody nature's tooth, a sharp and silent, simple truth. And yet Oline will always shine, among the ballad's lore. For humble though her carriage be, a greater knight we'll never see.
It is a glorious day.
Mithoru is the branch and the root, the moon and tides.
May Lyria touch.
I hope you're here about the job. Demand is higher than ever. I'm just too busy to deal with anything else. You think I like being confined to this cage? Think again. And after all we've done for them in this war, ungrateful creatures. Sure. You want to know about me? It's understandable. You want to know who you're going into business with. A wise move. Very wise. My mother was a merchant in Rathir, and I learned the trade at her side. I took the apprenticeship with Gwenna Hand, mostly to get me into Issa. Now I'm on my own. Making a fortune is what? These visitors come with obscene amounts of gold or treasure. They don't mind parting with it. My plan was brilliant. I created a blade, Fey blade, of course, that makes them authentic, something all of them had to have. That's all they care about anyway, Fey souvenirs. I called it the Honor brand. Truth be told, it's dull as a stick, but it's easy to make. Listen, if you can find the parts and make them, I'll pay good money. Fabulous, fabulous! You know a good deal when you see it. There aren't enough people like you in Issa. The Fae don't even use money. Can you imagine? Once you start forging the honor brands, bring them to me and I'll provide you with just compensation. Don't keep me waiting too long.
The guards are vicious. Don't anger them. Then we must do what needs to be done.
Perhaps we must finally swallow our dignity and draw our swords. Quiet. We must not discuss this further in the open. You must be the special messenger Tatarian's expecting. Trust me, the rest of us have heard plenty about it. Erwin can't keep his big mouth shut. I am Mithani Keen, Dokalfar ambassador to the Summer Court Fae. I'm sorry. This is a difficult position sometimes. Not everyone is welcome up there. It's where the court of summer nobles spend their time reminding themselves of past glories. I'd avoid it. I've met with him several times. I'll admit, he radiates a certain presence, but I'm less interested in charisma than I am in leadership. Something is about to happen, and it must be stopped. But that is all I can say. This is neither the time nor the place. If you're interested in hearing my story, Meet me in the worship circle after dark, near the gates. I will wait for you there. Goodbye.
Have a nice day.
I have titles, but for a price. Aren't you bold? This is the Varani wing of the embassy, and few venture here without being summoned. I'm Ambassador Advar, he who bloodies the waters. The High King knows why we are here, yet he does nothing. Our people die at the hands of the Tuatha, Fae, but the Fae themselves show no remorse. Titarian and the Summer Court will know our anger, and they will aid us or perish. I enjoy being this close to those I'm competing against. That's what this is, isn't it? A conflict in which we struggle to gain the ear of the Fae. As always, the Varani will triumph. I have served my people for 40 years, in war and in peace. Now I serve here, in the gardens. It is here where the important battles are fought. The Battle of Wills. The Varani allow the purchase of several titles for use in the gardens of Issa. They are rare and should be worn with great respect. This title carries with it much history and much responsibility. Do not take it for granted. I proclaim you Guardian of Arms. Leave me to my business.
Presenting he, the wisest eternal, the guardian of arms.
If you're looking to drown your worries at the bottom of a bottle, this is the place for you. I'm Gurturn Asker, and this is my establishment. But if you're looking for the Victor's Brew, we don't sell that in Asker's Alley, and you'll have to take your business elsewhere. There's a brewery near Rathia that makes it. Very small, very secretive. But they've found their niche, that's for certain. Cheap and powerful. It's not a drink for the man who appreciates craftsmanship, tradition. It just helps the soldiers forget all they've been through. I wouldn't say I ran from the war. I just don't need to know every little thing that's going on. There are other ways to help. Getting folks drunk is one of them. The ambassadors requested that facilities be created where flesh and blood folks could put their feet up. Not that the Fae know what that means. So the All-Main approached my family about starting a tavern. The alley does well, but I'm no businessman. It's the most popular drink in Amalur, at least it is now. My Asker's Ale used to be the preferred beverage, but every day brings more cancelled orders. My brother and I are working on a new drink, but it requires something special. Wait a minute. Maybe you could help. If you do, I could see to it that the merchants in Issa treat you well. So here's what we're thinking. Bring back our grandmother's favorite, Asker's Draft, a classic. The recipe calls for bristletongue seeds, and if you're talking rare ingredients, bristletongue tops the list. It's worthless for potions, but tastes fabulous. The problem is that the Fae control the use of bristletongue, as it's a product of the Font's waters. Talk to Jackson, their apothecary. He can probably get it for us. See you soon.
Goods and conversation here.
Hey there, pretty. This is Asker's Alley, best tavern in Issa. Only tavern in Issa, of course, but you didn't know that, did you? If you're new in the city, I can help. I know everything. About the Understyle, the Embassy, the Scholia Arcana, you name it. I know it all. It's the Fey neighborhood on the other side of the city. There you'll find the Hall of Appointments and the Lyceum Grove. They don't mind if you go exploring in the Understyle, but I wouldn't suggest it unless you know your way around. The Fey can be easily offended. Is that the one at the far end of the Understyle? Yeah, I think that's the place. Never been there, but folks say that's where the Fey make the waterfalls. You see, the city gets its magic from the water. They call it the fountain. Or is it the wellspring? I never remember. I'm sure it's just a story anyway. Like I said, it's all magic to me. If the Fae said this city got its power from glowing purple antelopes, I'd probably believe them. I'm just a hostess. Olana and her squire Brio, they have the good fortune to meet with all the nobles who visit the High King. A life of lords and ladies. Oh, that's the life for me. Let me just say that I adore Olana. She's one of the few Fae that I've met face to face, and she couldn't be more pleasant. Such a pretty one. The Askers took me in when my pa was killed in the war. That's been nearly 10 years. Now this is my home, pretty. It's where you'll find me every day and every night. We provide your basic public service. Ale. And if drinking isn't your thing, then you can always stop by the Hexes game and back. So you want to brush up on your bad luck, do you? That game will do it for you, all right. Speak with Kali in the back. Bye now.
Drink alone.
What could you possibly want from me? I am Warlord Wenery, Lady of the Red Sands. I am not to be disturbed. I am not petty, but I have limits, as do we all. I know I should lead the formation because of my position, but other, more tender individuals will insist otherwise. Whatever you do, do not make me walk behind the High Fae Mage Goronet. How shall I put this? He has an odor. If you value this position, you will make sure Lord Setter is not behind Huntress Hartwin. She finds him despicable, as do I. Of course. But see that it doesn't happen again.
You look like one who enjoys a game of hexes. We mortals need something of our own here in Issa. Why can't it be gambling? If you don't know how, I can teach you. Not much to do here in the Fey City, but lighten your pockets and have a good time doing it. But I jest. You have a lucky look about you, stranger. What do you want to know about me for? Is this some kind of Fey interrogation? Keep your curiosity to yourself, friend. You had a look about you. Listen, All you need recall is these 6 cards here in my hand. Ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, and the hex. First, you start with an ante. What'll it be? In my hand, there's an ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, and a hex. 6 cards all mixed up. First round, you guess even or odd. If you're right on a hex or an ace, you take the pot and we're done. Right on any other, and it's on to the second hand. Hand number 2. I'll pull another card, guess if it's higher or lower than the first. Get it right, you win. Simple as that. Bold, I like it. Now, will the card I draw be even or odd? Yes? And the cards? A 5. Not even, I'm afraid. Yes, let's. Right then, ante up. Bold, I like it. Now, will the card I draw be even or odd? Yes? And the draw is the hex. Take your winnings, you fortunate fool. Finished already?
Good day.
Presenting he, the wisest imperator, the guardian of arms.
It is a glorious day.
Another steward? When did the gardens of Issa become such a teeming pot of nonsense? What is it? Me? Well, my seniority dictates that I should be leading this procession, but my lame leg prevents me from taking my rightful place. I should bring up the rear. I will make it to Tartarean's throne, even if I have to crawl. Great Huntress Heartwen should go first, leading us all. She's particularly like that. I would hate to anger her. Of course.
But the High King... Hello? Oh, you took me by surprise. I'm not accustomed to mortals on the trellis. Please, enter. I am Lord Saramer, the High Lore Sage of Issa. I am here to answer all questions regarding the House of Ballads and the House of Valor. May good fortune follow. You're always welcome. The ballads belong to all in the telling. It is meant exclusively for those close to the summer court, or the ambassador who wishes an audience with the High King. Our most honorable institutions reside on the trellis, including the House of Ballad Sanctuary and what was once the House of Valor Sanctuary. It was one of the Fae's great houses until its leader was challenged and beaten, and the magic faded under the mortals' leadership. Now even the sanctuary here on the trellis is wilted and closed as a result of our great loss. Or perhaps it's a sign of something darker. May good fortune follow.
How strange. You feel it, don't you? The font's waning flow. You are intimate with the ways of magic. You're like me, youngling. You see the end. It is the source of summer court magic and touches our realm of origin, the land of Ashara. Without its constant flow, our kind would dry up like leaves and vanish. Every season, one is chosen to attend the font's magical flow, to act as ambassador. I'm the only Fae to have held the position more than once. I feel the strength of the currents. They wash through me. They rise up and overflow. However, their power weakens. Their cool waters recede. Most mortals know nothing of what lies beyond the veil. The magical realm of Ashara. It is a mystery even to us, as we departed its shores many seasons ago. Of the gardens of Issa? Of the summer court? Why, this crystal war may be the end of all Fae. I know because I am Nomeron, master of the font, the wellspring of all summer court magic. I've seen it flow at its highest, but I've never seen it so dry. Something must be done before all this city withers into nothingness. The font is the source of all summer court magic. It has flowed through this mountainside since our kind sprang up from the dirt. That flow has waned in recent days. It's unnatural, even as the magic in the world grows. The Fae, it seems, will wither. The font's flow is controlled from the Lyceum Grove down below. We must open the root system and allow more water through. However, the magic that regulates this flow can only be used by some. It's protected by a ward known as the Waterlock. It can only be opened by one who carries drops from each of the 5 sacred pools surrounding Issa. Collect these drops, and you can break the Waterlock. Goodbye.
I am the great huntress Hartwan, and you are not allowed on the trellis. What brings you here, beautiful? How quaint. Well, I am the most respected and most deserved to lead. Besides, I detest that harlot, Warlord Winry. So it is only right I meet the High King before her. Every one of our kind is a gift, they say. A role in the telling. Mine is to seek harmony with nature,
by keeping the wild fae under control. I am the Reaper. Most of my seasons are spent in the shadows of the canopy, tracking my prey. Growth is violent, and nothing can reach fruition without surviving conflict. That is nature's way. Our House of Valor celebrated that conflict. Now, however, this great house has fallen to mortals such as you. That is why this sanctuary has withered and faded. The magic is gone. Goodbye.
What is it?
Can I aid you?
Watch your back.
I understand, but the High King will only meet...
So, you're done. A right group of snakes, eh? So, any insight into how I should present them so as not to tug their writhing tails? Few dustlings ever make their way to these gardens. I believe they fear us, as they fear the elements. As they should. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like to be called dustlings? It's good that someone does. Go on. Let's line up these backstabbing serpents. Yes, yes. Of course. And then? All right. Next. Yes, yes. Excellent. That's a perfect order for these fools. Saves me the trouble of talking to them. Thank you. Goodbye.
Please obey the edict.